There's me. Okay, you're good.
Welcome back to All in All podcast, where there is no limitation to the conversation. It has been a while. I am happy to be here. I'm happy that I'm back. We took a little hiatus, but we're back, and we just wanted to start off with something that I feel like not was missing from the space. I just didn't see it in the space, and I wanted to put it out there. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, today we'll be doing the top 10 transfers for the 2025-2026 season from out of the NCAA transfer portal. So right off the bat, we're not going to waste any time. Before I start though, let me tell you my criteria. It's not about stats per se. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, oh, this person has like more impressive stats. It's about how will this person go to this university and how will they contribute to what they're trying to achieve. You get what I'm saying? Like, how valuable do I see them? I am not an expert. This is my opinion. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're just going straight in there. You know, we're not wasting any time. So, right off the bat, at number 10, we have Lawson Jacobs. So, who's Lawson Jacobs? He was at Raging Cajuns for his freshman year. He won the Sun Belt Conference for the 400. I'm going to try to insert clips in the video. Hopefully, I know to get it right. But, yeah, Lawson Jacobs is a freshman. And for me, a lot of, like, the younger you are, the more likely you are to make this list. Simply off the fact that the university is going to get time out of you. They're going to get valid points out of you, like sufficient points, stuff like that. So, Lawson Jacobs, he's ran 45 seconds already. He's ran 20 points already just as a freshman. Very, like, short guy, but, like, he moves. He made the Division I championships in his freshman year. So I feel like the sky's the limit for him. I think he's a great talent, and I just feel like he's going to do something big in his time there. I feel like you can put him on a 4x1. He has speed. You can put him on a 4x4. So he's just really up there, to be honest, and he starts off the list with number 10. Number 9, we have Jordan Pierre from out of UAPB, so University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and he leads from Pine Bluff to just the real University of Arkansas. He was the bronze medalist at this year's NCAA Division I championships. I feel like that in itself, for me, doesn't hold that much weight, just because of the fact that, like, no knock to their achievements. Like, at the end of the day, in competition, it's about winning, but that was one of the less impressive 400 meters on the Division One in, like, the championship level. Like, I think he ran like 45 mid, and he was a bronze medalist, so that says what it should about that there was some controversy with that as well, with the USF guy getting bumped out, stuff like that. But nonetheless, he's on the list, so that obviously shows the respect that I have for that guy. From just like inside sources, I've heard that the train situation at UAPB was not the most. It wasn't the best. Let's have it at that. It wasn't the best. So I feel like going to somewhere like Arkansas, where there's all these facilities, there's all these things that you can use, stuff like that, I can really see him making a big leap. You know, I can really see him making a big leap. And he's a sophomore now, so he has 2 years with them. I see him running definitely 44 seconds. If he over exceeds expectations, he can be a 43-second guy. You know, he opened the season last year at 21, and then he never ran again, so I can definitely see that he is a 20-point guy as well. And that just being good, because you're going to run 400. He's already an All-American, already a medalist. So let's just assume that he continues on that. He's very valuable for Arkansas. Plus the fact that I can see him dropping down to 20 points, maybe being a 200 guy for them as well. So, yeah, there it is. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. Number 8, we have Michael Larry, leaving UJ to Texas A&M. One, I feel like everybody should. If you're an athlete, I really don't. If you're a sprinter, at least. So Michael Larry is a sprinter, long jumper. I don't see why you're at UJ, and that's no disrespect to them. But I just feel like their history just has not been something that, as an athlete, you want to have. I feel like it's more frustrating to get fast and then struggle than to just be struggling. Like, honestly, because you feel like you've done what you needed to get to that place. And if you're one of those athletes that work hard, you're working harder. And I just feel like they don't do well of developing athletes after their freshman year. Like I feel like they have a history of great freshman years and then they struggle afterwards. And as I said, that's no knock to their coaches, stuff like that. They obviously just won a national championship with the women, but as it goes to the men, I don't know if I'm a big fan of that program. With that said, Michael Larry, he is an All-American. He's been in the top 5 indoor. He was a second-team All-American outdoor. He was on the 4x1 for UGA. So I feel like Texas A&M is getting an athlete that is all-rounded, and that's why he was on this list. He's running 6'5" indoor and 60. That is very fast. So on a good day, he can make a 60 final indoor. He's going to be in the mix for being an All-American, possibly winning next indoor for the long jump. So I just feel like he's just a good pickup for them. The reason why I feel like he's not higher is I don't know how I feel about Texas A&M as it pertains to just them having their long jump program. I don't know how good I feel like that is, So that's just that with that. But other than that, overall, I would say just a very, very good pickup for Texas A&M coming off of a national championship year. I can see where they can really go out and defend that title. So yeah, that's that for that. At number 7, we have Roy Ryan. A kid that jumped 8 out of high school, went to high school in Jamaica, so I'm very familiar with him. I feel like the sky is the limit for him. One, he's a freshman, so I can see him being at K-State for the next 3 years doing damage, creating havoc. And unlike A&M, we know what the coaches at K-State do with good jumpers. This kid might become like a world beater. Honestly, the only reason why he's lower now is just because of the previous year that he had. But in terms of ceiling, I feel like it's through the roof. I feel like he can be a 850 jumper, So that's how I feel about him. I have very, very, very high praise for that kid. And I just feel like he can be one of the best, and I feel like he's under the wings of the best coaches in the NCAA. Honestly, how I feel about K-State, if you're a jumper, go to K-State. I don't care. I feel like Clive Pullen is someone that I don't know necessarily, I can call him anytime, but I've had conversations with him, and he's just an all-around great guy. He's the type of person that you want to be your coach. Then obviously, Travis is there with years of experience. They've done it before with the Jaden Hibberts. They've done it before with the Wayne Pinnocks. They've done it before with the Kerry McLeod. This is something that they do. So I feel like it gives me extra confidence going forward with them to be okay, you're getting this guy who has jumped 8 in high school. You're gonna do crazy things. So yeah, that's that for that. At number 6, we have Alec now, the world record holder for the discus event. And people might be wondering why is he so low? Remember I said before, the criteria is how do I feel like the school is going to benefit from this pickup? How do I feel like they will fit into, how this person will fit into the team, so on and so forth. I feel this was a great pickup. I feel like, honestly, if you want my real opinion, I feel like Alec now went here because he wants to get familiar with where Nationals is all the time. And I have always said I'm not a fan of Nationals, always been at Oregon. Unfortunately, I've never been there. I've never made Nationals. I am an athlete myself. So I have never been there, but I just like the idea of it being switched. I don't like the idea of a championship being at the same place all the time. And I feel like Alec now going to Oregon is not I don't think it's a move I want a better coach. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a move I have struggled at this meet every year, and I feel like if I am completely familiar with this circle, if I am completely familiar with this ring, I can easily win this competition. Easily in quotation, because he's not even the defending champion, and that's why he's so low on this list, because he does one event, so he won't benefit his university indoors at all. And he just does one event. So that's pretty much why he's lower. He's a record holder, yeah, but from the scheme of NCAA track and field, there's no more points for getting a record. You know what I'm saying? And there's no telling that he will get a record because he has never won before. And Ralford Mullins, who has already beat him, is coming back. So with that said, I don't feel like there's a world where he's training at Oregon day in, day out, and then he doesn't perform close to his best at the nationals. So that's why I feel like just overall just a good pickup, a very very good pickup for Oregon. Obviously, he's the world record holder. He's gonna be training where nationals is held, and yeah, just overall great pickup for them. At number 5, we have Jonathan Sermes. I don't know if he was injured outdoor, but he won indoor. He was the only 17-meter jumper this year, which is not something to scoff at. And I think he's out there now, and he's at Texas Tech. I do not know how I feel about Texas Tech as a program with long jumpers. And I say that literally meaning I do not know. Like, not saying, oh, like, I don't know if they're good or da da da. I genuinely just do not know. I do not come in here acting like I know everything. I come in here to speak. So, yeah, just give my opinion. But, yeah, I feel like just a great pickup. I feel like a healthy him is winning every competition. And just a great pickup. He's going to be indoor, outdoor, you know. So, you can't lose with a guy like that. Number 5, Jonathan Sermes. Number 4, another great pickup by Oregon. Payton Blair, 2-time NCAA champion. And the reason why he's not just a regular person, I feel like this is a deck athlete that can run 45 seconds in 4. He can give you a 4x4 leg. He's ran the 4x1. This kid, he is the athlete that you want on your team because he's going to be an All-American at the end of the year. And he can come on and be like that Swiss Army knife, I guess. I mean, he's already a deck athlete, so it shows his versatility. But, like, he's not just a deck athlete. Like, he's very good at the event he's good at. He's running 10-2 in the 100 in the deck. So I feel like in a good day, great conditions, he can run 10-1. That's a 4x1 leg. He can run the 4x4. Just a great person to pick up, and I feel like at this point, I have less explaining to do. Like, it's very easy to just think about. Like, great pickup for Oregon. And then the top 3, you know. Let's make some noise, guys, for the top 3. Let's see. Let's make some noise. All right, enough of that. But, yeah. So, for the top 3, we have Joseph Taylor. The kid from out of Duke. He ran 44 seconds this year as a junior. Not a junior, as a freshman. And he's going to the 400 factory. He's going to be with Holloway over Florida Gators, and that is the reason why I have him so high. I feel like if Mike Holloway recruits you, it's something to be happy about. So even if he doesn't get you, I feel like the moment Mike Holloway is someone that is going out of his way to recruit you, I feel like it says something about you, your talent level, things like that. So just hats off to him. I'm very, very, very happy about that for him, you know. So that's just great. So he's number 3, 44.9. I think is what he ran. He's a first-team All-American as a freshman. He runs the 200. 400 runners are very versatile. So we know for a fact, like, maybe he can drop down to the 100. Maybe he can be on a 4x1. And with Mike Holloway, this is something that he does. You know, he gets 400 guys and he makes them spread through the events. So I would not be surprised if he becomes very good at all these events, especially with the time that they will have with him. That's the reason he's at number 3. No, for number 2 and number 1, they could have went anyway. These are 2 guys which I feel like I have very, 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 very high praise for. It was hard kind of just differentiating, but I'll give you the reason for why I made my decision. At number 2, we have Jerome Campbell going to Arkansas. 60-meter hurdles, All-American, just an All-American in the hurdles. Runs 10-1 in the 100, pretty fast 60 time, and he's heading over to Arkansas. I feel like one of the guys that the sky's the limit for him. He's very versatile. Runs the 60 indoor, runs well 60 indoor, runs well in the 110 outdoor, can run the 100, runs 20 points in the 200. Versatile guy, great pickup. I feel like he's going to do a lot. He's going to be a senior year. I feel like he's going to do a lot. I feel like when you see guys going to Arkansas, it's just a testament to the fact that, okay, I am looking to go pro. I feel like Arkansas does a great job of that. And he knows what's on the line. And I just feel like he's going to be very good. And then number 1, we have Jamarian Stubs, the kid from out of HBCUs, a 19-second runner in the 200 that I feel like we just never got to see his potential. He always seemed to be battling injuries. I feel like he should be a 9-second runner already. But hey, he just always seems to be battling injuries, and I feel like now with the fact that he's going to Arkansas, which what I believe is one of the better teams as it pertains to just keeping athletes healthy. I've seen a lot of people go to Arkansas with health concerns, and everybody has good things to say about how they deal with things. Obviously, it's attracting that work to high volume. People do get hurt, but I feel like I haven't heard much bad about them in that aspect. So, with that said, the reason why I gave Stubbs the one over Jerome was ultimately just the fact that I feel like Stubbs is a 46 second runner on the 400. If I feel like he puts a full effort or can run 45, he can give you a very good split on your 4x4. I feel like that's important for Arkansas. 4x4, 4x1, 100, 200. Indoor, he can make the finals in the 60, in the 200, run on the 4x4. So I just feel like great all-around to have once they get him healthy and fit. And yeah, that's it, guys. So for the top 10 rankings, you have it. Those are the guys. Comment somebody that you feel like was missed out of the top 10. I will say, let's talk about what's that word? The word that you talk about when you're talking about like those people that didn't make the cut, but like they really could have made the cut, like special mentions or whatever that is. I have Jelani Gordon that's going to Auburn in a sprinter program. Feel like he's gonna do great things there. I have Yuri Lawrence, the freshman from he was Jamaica based, but he's now going to Tennessee. He ran like 13.8 and 7.8 just a year back hurdling after missing hurdles for 4 years. So that's insane. I feel like he's gonna do great things at Tennessee with that program. Who else is it that I have? Let me check. Prosper Enamdi. Yeah. So those are the three guys. I don't know if I want to involve like JUCO, but if I was to involve JUCO, anyways, it's my channel. Some other guys, Romeo, Isaiah Patrick is his actual name, coming from South Plains, great pickup for Alabama. He committed to Auburn, switched to Alabama. Great pickup. Shamar Reed, great pickup for FSU. I feel like what FSU is trying to achieve right now is obvious that they want to win the ACCs. They want to be a competitive team, and I feel like there's no better guy to get than Shamar Reed. He's gonna be an All-American. He's gonna throw 60 far in the disc. So great pickup for them. He's also very good at shot put. And if he plays his card right, there's no limiting him. So it's a great pickup all around. And as I said, just top tier athletes all around. If your name was mentioned, congrats to you. If your name was not mentioned, it's no hit to you. There was a lot of talented guys in the portal this year. The portal went very crazy, and this was just my top 10. So thank you guys. We're finally back. We'll be consistent going forward. All in all podcast. There's no limitation to the conversation. Keep looking out for more videos. Thank you.